Hi, and welcome to Zeah Tileman. That's the best name I could come up with. Ultimately, the Tileman series has become very popular, and I learned recently about the Tileman community. There's a whole Discord and a bunch of things to discuss about it. I read a source document, but I didn't want to spoil any of the discovery for myself. I kind of got an overview watching Pip and Settles videos. So I just thought it was a really exciting way to kind of refresh RuneScape for me, kind of get me away from my main account, and really just progress an account. It did not go well so far, as you can see from this voiceover versus the delightful commentary I had during. I couldn't figure out how to record audio, apparently. I started here in Port Piscarius, and I wanted to keep it in Zeah. I looked at doing Land's End, I looked at Hosidius, I looked at wherever. I just really loved the continent of Zeah ever since Leagues came out. So I thought just this little spot down here on the bottom near the dock was fine. I had ran through the X marks the spot quest because I thought it was required to be able to come over to Zeah. I did drop the antique lamp, and I made sure to get minimal experience over on Tutorial Island. My potential goals are to go northwest. There's a food shop. There's another food shop to the right. I don't know what they have. I have a general store right above me, and then I have an option of eventually potentially getting fishing stuff to train fishing, and then going down to Hosidius for maybe farming, or I could potentially even take the boat over to Land's End. I initially was going to start over on Bayos, right where you get on, but I just decided this is as good a spot as any. And as you can see, I died and immediately lost my hardcore status. I almost stopped recording and made a whole new account, but I decided, you know what? It's a minor setback. I don't think it should count because I've never done this before, and I'm just kind of doing my best. I am notorious for killing hardcore Ironmen. It's just a special skill that I have, and I can't keep a single one alive. So that already happened. I had started as a hardcore instead of an ultimate, just because I haven't decided if I want to have banks as off limits or not. I think I want to have access to them, but I figured if viewers think that it's okay versus not, I'll kind of lean whatever direction makes the most sense there. And here's me going down again. You'll just see a pattern here. Every time I ran straight back. So I tried to stick in my area as best as I could. It was honestly very difficult. I wish I would have chosen a maybe two tiles north or something to start, but basically trying to talk to the woman or pickpocket her in time whenever she was going to be next to me versus she's like walking next to me and then I get drug out of my square with the pickpocket animation was very difficult. For those not familiar with Tileman, I am doing the more intense version, which is the one I've seen in the other videos. So that's essentially you come to Tutorial Island, drop all your stuff, and you have one square until you get 1,000 experience. For every 1,000 experience, you can unlock another tile. There's a standard Tileman mode, which is, I believe it's you start with your source tile and 9 unlocks, but you can keep your stuff from the bank. And then there's like an accelerated version where you get the 1,000 experience unlock as well as every level that you have. So you would start with 30 something. If I'm incorrect on that, please feel free to correct me down in the comments. I'm just sort of learning this as I go. So as you can see, my only real options for training until I unlocked the second tile was pretty much pickpocketing whenever I get lucky and someone would be nearby, or attacking the woman and at one point the man to the south. Positioning was very difficult, and I did manage to get a kill one time on a rat, but a rat just kind of moves a little too quickly for me to be able to click it. I did get smarter after so many deaths over time to turn off the left click attack option, which was kind of put me on hot water here or there. But essentially, I'm going to be trapped training thieving and pretty much just combat skills for a chunk of time right now, as well as prayer whenever I can drop somebody. The downside is I'm failing these pickpockets so frequently that it's keeping my health pretty low. And you can see my terrible attempts at prayer flicking. But I just figured this would be a nice way. If I tried to upload videos every week or every other week or so, it would be a way to keep me accountable, keep me on this account instead of going off and creating another one in 2 weeks like I normally do. I figured, it's a fun game mode, and I should have just a sweet rush of dopamine with every unlock. I am starting to regret my starting place. I'm sure if I would have read on the forums, there would be like a better place to start or some way to set it up. I have decided that for any like mini games, so say like Winter Tot or something like that, I want to have enough tiles inside of it. So say I want to go fix this one brazier and then like cut wood at this other one. I intend on unlocking each tile up to it. For any instances, I feel like, say like Chambers of Zarek or something like that, I do want input from any viewers just to see like if that big of a thing is doing raids, should I have a certain number of tiles lined out. I did get to do a mime show, which is going to pop up here shortly, but I figure any little mini game like that, like pinball, maze, whatever, I think is just free to go. I don't know, maybe they're in the theater of the mind and you're running your mind. You can argue like whatever it is, but like I'm saying that they count because that's how I want to play it for right now. The difficulty I'm having with as far as the tiles and misclicks and everything, if there's any advice on how to make that a little bit easier, I'm totally game. There's a little 6 attack level, getting fiercer and more accurate. And then, while the gods are judging us here for our mime actions, I have done about 4 of these correctly. And then I popped out, I got these music unlocks, and then I didn't get anything from the mini event. Like, no, I was hoping for like a cosmetic or a mime mask or something. Like, it's just, some unlock, new best in slot, and then it didn't line up. You can see I got drug out of my square there too at the animation. So just something I'm kind of learning. I had originally thought misunderstood how favor works. So apparently I really don't know at this point if I can unlock favor without starting the Architecture's Alliance, but I'll just kind of figure that out as we go. And there's the unlock of my 3rd tile and kind of where I'm going to end it for today just to get feedback. Potential plan right now is to go along this lower edge so I can get the fish later for favor, as well as right next to this little bollard thing. A man's down there, so I can fight the 2 of them. If I can angle down, I might be able to fight those seagulls and the spider for more combat experience. But thank you for watching. I'm open to any feedback. Please subscribe and like so we can get it out there and hopefully make some cool engagement. This has been a grueling few hours, but it was a fun experience. All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you on the next one.